In this section, I would like to talk about what the anarchy is all about. Let's describe a society in the state of anarchy. In other words, if we do not have a government in our society, do we have any social order or chaos? Chaos means a total disorder. If we think of the African jungle, there's no central government among the animal kingdom, but we see certainly a certain kind of a order. There's a power pyramid. In the top of the pyramid, a tiger or tigers are existing in there. And in the bottom of it, the grass-eating animals are living. Certainly, there's no central government, but there's an order of its their own. But what about human society? Do you think that we can accept that kind of order? The strong people can dominate the weaker, or control or exploit the poor people or weak people? I guess not. But without the government, maybe our society could be chaotic. Okay, now let's talk about anarchy. Anarchy in literal means a society being constituted without authorities or any governing body. Society without any authoritative organization, government, or any institution, governing institution. It may also mean a society or a group of people that entirely rejects a set of hierarchy in the society. The word anarchy was first used in English in the year 1539. I guess the people who rejected government existed from the 14th or 16th century. It meant an absence of government. Absence of government. This is one of the official figures of the anarchic associations. So in order to understand more details of the anarchy, I think I have to introduce this concept first, or this question. What is the state of nature? State of nature. State of nature in political theory means the real or hypothetical condition of human beings before or without any political association. In our mundane lives, we have association with certain political ideologies or philosophies. You can be a conservative or liberal or socialist, or you can be apolitical. Apolitical means you don't have any political associations. But the anarchist rejects that kind of political associations. He or she wants to live free, alone, without touching or without intervention from a third party. And when we answer what is the state of nature, state of nature means this. When a baby is born, is he or she born equally or unequally? It was one of the few significant questions asked to many philosophers in the 18th and 19th century Europe, particularly around France. What do you think? Do you think when baby is born, is he or she born equally or unequally? In those days in Western Europe, there were two schools about that question. The first, the school is the state of equality, and the other one was state of inequality. First school was represented by French philosopher Rousseau and English Locke. Second school by English philosopher Thomas Hobbes and Italian politician Machiavelli. Rousseau and Locke claimed that when baby is born, he or she was born equally. But the contemporary European civilization contaminated that equality. So it was the government obligation or duty to educate people to keep or maintain, to a certain extent, the equality is given by God. The education was the first governmental duty for the people. In the second school, these people argue that since people were born unequally, government must provide education to make the people more equally. After all these people were Enlightenment philosophers. With Enlightenment, the government educate the people and they expect the mass politics or mass rationality to reach a rational decision. And Locke and Rousseau supported individuals than the government or state. So individuals first. This is the foundation of liberalism and natural rights of the human beings. In contrast, Hobbes considered the sovereign and the governments are identical, same. Sovereignty. In liberal philosophy or liberal theory, sovereignty belongs to the people, right? In the constitution of democracy, sovereignty belongs to the people. But to Hobbes, sovereignty belongs to the government or the emperor or the king. So Thomas Hobbes once argued that individual's life is nasty and short and brutish. And this argument was applied to the life of the nation states in the world. If we apply the Hobbesian view of international relations, the small country's life is nasty, always threatened by bigger and stronger countries. And short, so many countries in the world showed up and disappeared. And brutish. Do you agree? You don't? Why not? That's one of the arguments we can raise when we discuss about the state of nature or state of anarchy. So, some other questions follow too. Are all the countries are equal? What do you think? But countries have different size of territory and different volume, different numbers of population, different size of economy, and the natural resources, all these kind of things. But do you still believe that all the countries are equal? And next question is, what about the strong countries? Are those strong countries born strong from the begin with? Or they became strong later? What about the United States or Russia, China, India, Brazil? All these countries were born strong or they became strong later, afterwards. What about the UK? Certainly, UK was not born strong. It was a small country. It never did not have any capability or capacity to select kings. So the Netherlands used to send the kings to the UK. It was a small, ununified, and not controlled country, but later became one of the strongest powers in the world. So these two questions are easy to ask, but very hard to answer. So if the state of nature means state of inequality, and also there's no central government in international society, that means state of anarchy. In the state of anarchy, states have the unfriendly relationship or animosity towards other countries. So state of animosity, and finally it reaches to the state of war. This means that the state of nature means state of war. This is the final notion of state of anarchy.